For the right to head to Los Angeles for Super Bowl 56, it's time for the NFC Championship game. Here we go. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. They were trying to liven up this playoff game very early on. Pretty deep throw, but good coverage.
I think they were counting on the defenders being a little tight, a little over-anxious early, and trying to catch them flat-footed and get a big play.
2nd and 10 now from the 27. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And going for Ayuk again. This time he's got him. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
41-yard line.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
There's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, 2nd down.
2nd and 10.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. They'll run for the first time with Raheem Mostert. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 12 yards there and a 1st down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. He'll fire. He's got it at the 15. Touchdown, 49ers. Brandon Ayuk, 47 yards. And the Niners have taken the early lead. So they take the opening kickoff and drive it all the way down the field.
And that's the last thing you want defensively. On the road, in the playoffs, and now you're down a touchdown right away.
And the 49ers grab a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Niners 7, Packers nothing. Wishnowski to kick off for San Francisco.
Here is Wishnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Loving the Packers now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
That was good, tough running right up the middle, and if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line.
He's brought down at the
there to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner. For the Packers and Niners, this, of course, a rematch of the NFC Championship game from a year ago. And that game belonged to the 49ers. You might remember Raheem Mostert, boy, he really made a name for himself in that one. 220 yards on the ground, 4 touchdown runs in the 37-20 victory that sent the 49ers to Miami. And that'll set him back 5. After the penalty, it's Jones. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
He's brought down at the 39-yard line. A gain of 2 on the play. And this is third down.
49ers have an extra defensive back on the field. A nickel set for third down. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. Well, the crowd doesn't like that. Was going to bring up fourth. Now it's first.
They don't like it at all, do they? It brings them back into it, but really not in a positive way. Now they're angry. That can jangle a team a little bit as well. Pass interference ruined that series of downs for them.
Jordan Love ready on first down here. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I like what they did there because many of the deep throws we see in the course of a game come to the outside, the perimeter of the field. In this case, they used a slot receiver to run deep downfield and tried to connect that way. Unsuccessful in that attempt, but I like what they were doing.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. 15 yards on the play, first down. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
He's tackled at the 29.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Quick throw caught out wide by Valdez-Scantling. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. If you're these receivers, you got to be ready, because when he's going to throw it quick on that RPO, he's going to throw it quick.
And this is why you spend time with your guy either in the offseason, during the week, the whole bundle. Because sometimes just telepathy. You both see the same thing, and he knows get the ball to him right away.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Next, the receivers help spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
More muscle up front for this 2nd and 2. They've got 3 tight ends out there. Love going to give this one to Jones. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Packers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. He had the option to hand that football off. I think it's safe to say that he made the right decision. That was a heck of a run.
It certainly was. And when you mentioned the option, most people think the quarterback's not going to keep the ball. You know, in the NFL, that's usually not the recipe for being around too long. So when you do keep it, it often surprises the heck out of a defense.
On is Mason Crosby for the point after. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed, what you were looking for.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Love and the Packers now with a 1st and 10 at their own 44. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Defensively, Jimmy Ward in on the stop. The free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle?
Play action this time with Love. That's taken in by the tight end, Josiah DeGuara. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
5 yards on the pickup. And this is 3rd
They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. These two teams all tied after one. An extra DB for the 49ers now on third. Working out of the gun. Love. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Nick Bosa coming in to drop him for a loss of 8. And it also brings up fourth. Tell you what, he did not have much time there to scan the field before he was ducking and covering.
Did it appear to you, as it did to me, that the defensive front won their play really quickly? Meaning the guys in front of them had almost no chance to block them. They were on him in a hurry.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing?
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way down to the 37. A big play there for the Niners. 43 yards. And he fires one that's intercepted. Kevin King with a pick. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line.
Intercepted.
Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one, or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
They'll run on first down. Jones. And he'll go down at the 28.
For Green Bay.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. This is Jones. Down the numbers. There he goes. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers.
Touchdown, Green Bay.
Aaron Jones with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Packers have taken the lead. Now Crosby for the point after. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Makes the score Packers 14, 49ers 7.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
25-yard line. The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they get this game tied up.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Throwing over the is incomplete. Brandon Ayuk, the one he was looking for. That'll bring up second down.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Raheem Mostert, 48 yards. And the 49ers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover, and you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone.
Wishnowski to kick off for San Francisco.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Love and the Packers now with a 1st and 10 at their own 42. And he'll begin the drive with a give to Jones. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
Number 33, Aaron.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Down by Jimmy Ward. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 45-yard line.
Play fake. Here's Love. Sliding out of the pocket. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. Touchdown, Packers. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, 55 yards. And the Packers are able to strike quickly for 6. On this stage, conference championship game, every play is magnified, and that was a big play.
No doubt about it. One thing that has these guys a step away from a shot at a big game, their big play ability. They can strike from anywhere.
Extra point try now for Crosby. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14.
The score, Packers 21, 49ers 14.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match at a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop. Going with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field have covered up essentially every blade of grass. They've allowed them to disrupt the play.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. This is good for a first down. His second grab of this NFC Championship bout. On first down, Garoppolo completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
It's a gain of 9.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Incomplete.
Garoppolo's pass thrown away and incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 1.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. They'll try and run here with Mostert. Swat it. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, 49ers. Raheem Mostert with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the 49ers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes. That's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far, and fun to watch.
Yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
On 1st and 10, Love firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 28-yard line.
2 minutes remain in the first half of this NFC Championship. A reminder, as we've done all year, we'll send you to Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report in a bit. The coach is with us per usual as we start to look ahead, Charles, to our potential matchups in this year's Super Bowl.
Break it down, Coach. Break it down.
A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
A gain of 13 yards. 1st down, Packers.
First down, Love to pass. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. Josiah DeGuara, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. And he will have the 1st down as he gets this to the 47. Got what he needed for the 1st down with a gain of 2.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? Love has been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. First down, going to the air with Love. Keeps himself upright, but in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Here's Jones. Give him 4 yards there, but still in a big hole. 3rd and long. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. On play action, Love to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He'll find Aguara complete. Now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Here's J.K. Scott now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 20-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
All day, dog. Hey, gun. 21. Mike 13. He's coming. Check in.
Garoppolo looks to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
I got you, boy. Check 13. Mike 13.
Here's Garoppolo to throw. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
Complete to George Kittle.
So we've reached halftime here in the NFC Championship. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Still hangs in the balance as the 2nd half now underway in the NFC Championship game. Fielded near the back of the end zone, and he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game. We'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
54, check, check, 54.
Love from the gun. He'll find his tight end here, DeGuara. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. 2 yards and able to get the first down in the process.
I think I saw a lot of shoulders just drop there. And what I mean by that is they finally were able to relax a little bit because that was an important play call. They needed to pick up that first down at this stage of the game.
Yeah, couldn't afford another quick drive and out. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They just do get the play off. Love going to throw it. They'll roll him out right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Getting the sack, the 227-pound linebacker, Quan Alexander. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. They'll run it with Jones. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line.
The ball carrier. He's tackled at the 34-yard line. It's a gain of 3. And this is 3rd down.
On 3rd down, Love. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. So no problems moving the ball in the first half, but they'll likely come up empty here on drive 1 of quarter 3.
And it was so important for the defense to get that stop because what we witnessed in the first half was them getting run over. And they needed the confidence, and they needed to get off the field so they felt good going forward in this game.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Their defense did its job, yielding no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie. They'll stay on the ground with Mostert, and they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
The ball carrier.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
21.
On 2nd and 9, Garoppolo. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. A big play there by the rookie. An interception followed by the return for 6 points.
If you want to be accepted by your teammates and coaching staff, make plays like that.
Now Crosby for the point after. And it's good. That makes it a 28-21 game.
The score, Packers 28, 49ers 21.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
On the return, the Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Now Garoppolo to try again after the pick six. Packer pressure, and down he goes. It's Preston Smith. He gets the sack there. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
It's a gain of 34.
You ask tight ends about their favorite routes to run, and surprisingly, this will pop up as one of their staples because they run so many routes in the middle of the field. How about this one? Starts downfield, bends it to the corner, great touch on the football, and they turn that one into a big play.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
We're in the 3rd quarter of the NFC title game. This is 2nd and 10. Garoppolo going to give to Mostert. And he's got this pretty close to a 1st down as the tackle is made at the Packers' 38. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
A loss of a yard. It's 4th down.
And that is going to be incomplete. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop.
It's a turn.
Loving the Packers now with a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Love, they go play action now. Open man left side, it's the tight end DeGuara. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Packers.
One quarter remains until the NFC crowns its champion. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. On 1st down, Jones. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
33, Aaron.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4. They'll go again to Jones. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
3rd down.
Now Jones. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
They'll run it with Jones. And he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. He only needed a yard, but he couldn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And the 49ers are going to get the football back. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They need a touchdown to tie it. Of course, they know full well they won't have too many more possessions, if any, in this championship game. A play fake for Mostert. Now Garoppolo. That's complete to his receiver, Ayuk. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. For 23 yards on the play. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact. But in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
11.
Garoppolo to try again on 2nd down. Looking for Ayuk, and he's got him.
Garoppolo.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. The Niners on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Now on 3rd down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll try it now with Mostert. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. Now a play fake. Garoppolo under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Zadarius Smith. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Incomplete.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
13. He's coming. Check in. Strip the ball. Strip that.
Throwing now is Garoppolo. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
It certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. And quite a bit of pizza in this box. It's a 53-yard attempt. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And that'll bring them back within 4. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, 4th quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And the pressure mounting with every passing minute. It's palpable right now. They're on top in the 4th quarter, clinging to that lead. A potential Super Bowl berth resting on their ability to manage the clock and manage that small lead.
When you call a wide receiver screen, no matter how many blockers you get in front of the guy that catches the ball, there's still an aspect of the guy catching it, turning into a runner, breaking tackles and creating his own yardage, and he just did on that play.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he's got some space here. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 27 yards there, a 1st down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine.
Here we go. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
A gain of 13 yards. And the
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll run on 1st down. Jones. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. And that is incomplete.
In any event, it happened pretty quickly. I'm not sure he made the right decision on that one. I think if he had it to do over again, he would have found a different target downfield. But he made his decision, and that one's incomplete.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Out of the shotgun is Jones. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop. 1:50 left in the football game. a 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
Well, they got the yardage they needed there, picked up the first down, got out of bounds. How about the urgency that they have, as well as they understand where they are on the field?
Back to throw. And his throw is incomplete. There have been quite a few plays they might look back on and say, we really have hurt ourselves, and that was another example.
And this is late game execution. Everything on the line, so it all has to come together properly. The throw's made. Where's the catch? Got to catch in that spot.
Here's Mostert. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 11 yards there, first down. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point, you have to have a splash play in there as well.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's first and 10. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
They work again from the 38 on second and 10. On play action, it's Garoppolo. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 27 yards there, a first down. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. They'll run with Mostert. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
And no sweat. He puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th.
31-31. For San Francisco.
So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. Now this will make it into the end zone. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll put it out to the 25-yard line. Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. In a tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now Love. Flushed out right. Open man is Denzel Mims. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. So the field goal unit is on the field, as this is a big spot right here. And now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Love. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Out of bounds at the 35-yard line. A 3-yard pickup.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to almost certainly win the football game.
A 52-yard attempt.
And this one is right down the middle. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. So he's able to come through in a hostile environment, and you'd have to imagine that's the game winner.
Yeah, how about that? And the way that this game's gone, you think they really wanted to get to overtime and take their chances there? They wanted to get this thing done. When you're the visitor, you don't want to play into overtime. You want to knock it down, get it done, and go home.
25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary. But you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
We'll see if they can do it. Might be easier said than done. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. 65. One final try now for Garoppolo. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. This was the goal before they started the season, to play in a Super Bowl, and that's exactly what they're going to do.
And this is why songs are written about teams. Okay, you go back, some teams wrote them earlier in the season about their goal of getting to the Super Bowl. This one, they're going to be able to break it out now because their goal was to get there, and they achieved it. How about that? That's pretty fantastic.
And that'll close the books on the conference championship. For Charles Davis, myself, Brandon Gaudin, and our entire crew, we'll talk to you in 2 weeks from the Super Bowl.